Minister of Communications and Digital Technology, Solimolati, has been under intense pressure to address the lack of a modern, fit-for-purpose funding model for the SABC, especially after taking the decision to withdraw the SABC bill from consideration late last year. Earlier this month, Portfolio Committee Chair for the same portfolio, Kusela Diko, raised concerns that there appeared to be no plan to put the public broadcaster on the right track.
As a committee, we're deeply concerned by this prolonged and unnecessary delay in processing this bill. We wrote to the minister on this matter 2 weeks ago, calling for urgent action on his part to resolve the financial and operational challenges at the SABC. It's been more than 6 months. We agreed to stand down as a committee to allow him to deal with it, and not much, if anything, has been done. So we're urging the minister to once again finalize this process and not hide behind bureaucratic red tape.
The minister issued a statement on the 12th of September indicating that the BMIT Knowledge Group, apparently experienced in this area, had been tasked with formulating a funding model for the SABC. Observers of the media space in the country say this move is long overdue and hope that whatever is drawn up will be practical and implementable, and that all actors in this space will do what they're supposed to do.
Well, I'm assuming that they'll have a clear terms of reference and timeframes to do the work, and that they will make reports, interim and final, available, that they'll reveal to the department what their consultation periods and research is going to look like. And then we hope that Parliament exercises its oversight role. I mean, I think the thing is that we are in this position of, again, absolute crisis, largely because Parliament and the ministers before this have failed to act on anything. You know, this isn't a new problem. This is a problem that we've seen coming for decades.
Portfolio Committee Chair for Communications and Digital Technologies, Kusela Diko, welcomed the appointment, adding that this was a step in the right direction, saying that a new funding model was crucial for the public broadcaster's sustainability. In her address in early September, she talked about some of the difficult challenges that currently exist for the broadcaster and other related parties.
As we stand here today, Centec, which has its main client, the SABC, is bleeding more than 70 million rand per month to subsidize SABC's broadcast signal costs. This is unsustainable, yet the SABC bill, which was essential to ensuring sustainability, remains stalled in this parliament. SABC is teetering, as I said, on the brink of collapse. Jobs, livelihoods, and the sustainability of both the public and the community broadcasting sector is threatened.
The public broadcaster is mandated to deliver news and information as well as entertainment in all of the country's official languages. It produces educational content for all ages and has the reach to ensure that local and national election stories are told right across the length and breadth of the country. It is said to be a fundamental institution in the country's young democracy, so the stakes would be very high if a resolution to the funding crisis is not ultimately reached.
If they don't get this right, if they don't provide a sustainable funding model for the SABC, what you're likely to end up with is a deeply compromised entity that is likely going to then be vulnerable to political interference. And that's what we don't want to allow. We have to work towards saying if we value a democracy, we have to have a functioning, stable, credible public broadcaster.
Bird argues that the current funding construct, combined of advertising, limited television license fees and a relatively small annual contribution from the government for the SABC, is outdated, and says a funding construct designed as far back as 1999 for the public broadcaster cannot be expected to be fit for purpose for the SABC when so much has changed in terms of technology as well as news and consumer information consumption trends. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.